The childhood of Abdul Kalam. What is today's special?
Your favorite, chicken biryani.
Oh wow, chicken biryani, thank you. Wait, I fresh up and come.
Good morning, Mom. Please bless me.
Be happy, be careful. Smiling face with smiling eyes.
Thank you, Mom. Where's Dad?
He went to fresh up.
Okay, Mom. Bye. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, students, let's begin to the class. Today's topic is my childhood. Do you anyone knows the author of this chapter? Sir, may I?
Yes, Arun, you can.
Sir, the author of this chapter is APJ Abdul Kalam.
Yes, very good, Arun.
APJ Abdul Kalam, whose project in space, defense and nuclear technology guided India into the 21st century, became our 11th president in 2002. And the book Wings of Fire speaks of Kalam's childhood. Sir, this book was there in our library?
Yes, Arun, this book was there in our library.
Okay, sir, I will check in our library.
This is the image of Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam was born into a middle-class Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram in the erstwhile Madras state. Arun, can you mention the name of Abdul Kalam's parents?
Yes, sir. Kalam's father name is Jainulabdin and his mother name is Ashi Amma.
Yes, Arun, good. Jainullah Abdin had neither much formal education nor much wealth. Despite these advantages, he possessed great innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. He had an ideal helpmate in Kalam's mother. Abdul Kalam was born to a tall and handsome parents. He lived in an ancestral house which was built in the middle of the 19th century. It was a very large pucca house made of limestone and bricks on the Mosque Street in Rameshwaram. His father used to avoid all inertial comforts and luxuries. However, all necessities were provided for him in terms of food, medicine, clothes, etc. In fact, he would say he was have a very secure childhood, both materially and emotionally. The Second World War broke out in 1939 when Kalam was 8 years old. A sudden demand for turmeric seeds erupted in the market. Kalam used to collect the seeds and sell them to a provision shop on Mosque Street, Rameshwaram. A day's collection would fetch Kalam the princely sum of 1 anna. His brother Jalauddin would tell him stories about the war. His cousin Samastuddin, who distributed newspapers in Rameshwaram, took Kalam for a helping hand to catch the bundles and filled the bundles in a start. Samastuddin helped Kalam to earn his first wages.
Sir, Kalam don't have any friends?
He have friends around. One is Ramanatha Sastri and Aravindan and Siva Prakasam. All these boys were from orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. As children, none of they ever felt any different among themselves because of their religious difference and upbringing caste.
Sir, did Abdul Kalam went to school?
Yes, Arun, he went to school. He had a very good science teacher. The small society of Rameshwaram was very rich in terms of segregation of different social groups. However, Kalam's science teacher, Sivasubramania Iyer, though an orthodox Brahmin with a very conservative wife, was something of a rebel. He did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying background could mingle easily. He used to spend hours with Kalam. One day, Sivasubramania Iyer invited Kalam to his home for a meal. His wife was horrified at the idea of Muslim boy being invited to dine in her reality pure kitchen. She refused to serve Kalam in her kitchen. Sivasubramania Iyer was not perturbed, nor did he get angry with his wife, but instead served Kalam with his own hands and sat down beside Kalam to eat his meal. His wife watched Kalam and his husband from behind the kitchen door. She wondered whether she had observed any difference in the way Abdul Kalam ate rice, drank water, or cleaned the floor after the meal. He was leaving his house. Sivasubramania Iyer invited again Kalam to join him for dinner the next weekend. Observing Kalam's hesitation, Sivasubramania Iyer told Kalam not to get upset, saying, "Once you decide to change the system, such problems have to be confronted." When again Kalam visited his house the next week, Sivasubramania Iyer's wife took Kalam inside her kitchen and served him food with her own hands.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, Arun, you can proceed.
Sir, what about the Second World War?
Yes, Arun, I will say. Wait. Okay. Then the Second World War was over and India's freedom was imminent. Indians will build their own India, declared Gandhiji. The whole country was filled with an unprecedented optimism. Kalam asked his father permission to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. Kalam's father told Kalam, if thinking aloud, "Abdul, I know you have to go away to grow," said Jainullah Abdin. Does the seagull not fly across the sun, alone and without the nest? Abdul Kalam's mother told, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longest war itself. They come through you, but not from you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts." Okay, children, bye. Let's meet tomorrow.
Wow dear, the biryani was superb.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, my stomach is not well, I go to restroom and come.
See, for this only, I told don't eat more.
Okay, leave it.
Hi, Mom.
Hi dear, how was the class gone?
Yeah, Mom, good. Sir was took an interesting lesson, Mom.
Yes, tell me what happened.
Okay, Mom. Wait. I go fresh up and come.
Okay. Watson, what happened in the class?
Today, sir took about Abdul Kalam.
Wow, what next?
That Abdul Kalam's father name is Jainullah Abdin and his mother name is Ashiamma. He was born in Rameshwaram. His first word is he put newspaper. And Abdul Kalam has 3 friends and his science teacher is spent time with Kalam. And finally Kalam leaves Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. That's all.